Hey, I'm Jeremy Solomon from JeremyCooks.com, and today we are cooking up a storm here in the kitchen with my awesome friend Nicole. Say hi, Nicole.
Hello.
And today we are making the classic tomato soup and grilled cheese, but this isn't your ordinary tomato soup and grilled cheese. We're making a delicious, spicy roasted tomato soup with a mozzarella and basil grilled cheese. So it's going to be amazing.
We cut the legs off of our pants, threw our shoes into the ocean, sit back and wait through the daylight, sit back and wait through the daylight, slip and slide on subway grades, these shoes are poor man's ice skate, fall through like change in the daylight.
Okay, so the oven is already preheated to 450 degrees, and we're gonna start by making our vegetable mixture of tomatoes, a variety. We have some heirlooms, we have some beefsteak tomatoes. They're wonderful summer colors, so we will start coring and slicing those up. And then we have our carrot, 1 carrot and 1 red onion and 3 garlic cloves. And we're gonna chop everything up, put it into a bowl, toss it with some olive oil, salt and pepper, and get those bad boys in the oven for about 20 to 30 minutes until nice and caramelized. So, let's start with the tomatoes. So now Nicole's gonna add about 1/2 cup of olive oil to our vegetable mixture. So Nicole, go ahead.
Thank you.
Drizzle that right over.
Should it be like directly on?
Yep.
Or should I just...
And I'm just gonna take a little bit of salt and pepper and sprinkle it right on top. Now you could just put this right into the pan, all your vegetables, and then drizzle the olive oil on top, but I like it better. This is easier to get a nice even coat of olive oil. So, Nicole, go ahead and mix it right up. Alright, so now we're going to put all the tomatoes, the carrots, and the onions, and we're going to pop them into the oven at 450 degrees for 20 to 30 minutes. Alright, so while our tomatoes are in the oven, Nicole and I cleaned up our mess, and we're now going to start on our yummy, delicious grilled cheese. And what's so great about this is that it's simple and delicious. So we're making it out of a egg bread, a challah, or you can use brioche, whatever you can find. And it's a really dense bread, but kind of light and really tasty. So we're going to cut up 4 slices of bread, and Nicole is going to cut up about 8 slices of fresh mozzarella. Then we're going to layer everything together with basil, salt and pepper. We're going to brush some butter into the pan, and it's going to be oozy grilled cheese deliciousness. So, kind of made an assembly line here, and what I'm going to first do is brush the challah with our already melted butter. So, you want all the slices buttered, but on one side. So this is going to help it get nice and golden on top. So I finished buttering the bread, and this is actually really great because if you have younger kids or younger siblings, you can actually get them involved with the whole assembly process. So, and it's a great time to bond and talk. So Nicole's going to layer each piece with some mozzarella, and I'm going to put on the basil. And then you want salt and pepper?
Sure.
And a little salt and pepper to taste always brings out the flavor and things. Very important ingredient, salt. Okay, so we already have our heavy frying pan on the stove, and I've already brought it up to about medium heat, so we're going to start adding our grilled cheese in until it gets nice and golden and bubbly, and I'm going to show Nicole how to do some flipping. So we're going to begin by just adding this right into the pan. Ah, do you hear that?
Yeah.
It's the sound of goodness.
Sizzly.
Cheesy goodness. So then they're going to cook for about 3 to 4 minutes on each side until nice and golden. Okay, so now we're going to flip our grilled cheese, and I'm going to do the first one. Look at that, absolutely beautiful. And Nicole, you want to do the second one? Just want to hold on to the pan with no fear. go ahead
Okay.
and flip it. You can even grab it.
Oh, I can?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Don't like.
There you go.
Cool.
Alright, so now that we finished up with our lovely grilled cheese, we're going to head over to the tomatoes and pull them out of the oven because they smell just about done. Okay, so we're now going to add our tomatoes right into our stock pot. You want about a 8-quart stock pot to do this. So Nicole, and it's really good to have some assistance. So now that we've added our tomatoes, our carrots, and our onions, and our garlic right into the pot, we're going to add our vegetable broth now. And we're using vegetable broth today because Nicole is a vegetarian, and this works just as well as chicken stock, because usually chicken stock is used in tomato soup, but vegetable broth works just as well. So Nicole, you want to grab the stock?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Should I?
Yep. So we're only going to use about 3/4 of the chicken stock. We have about a quart here. So go ahead, pour it in. We want to save some for later so we can adjust the consistency. Now we're going to add in 3 tablespoons of butter to give it a nice creamy texture. So no cream, just butter. So Nicole, we're going to go ahead and add that in. Okay, and now we're going to add a bay leaf and a 1/4 teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes. So this is what's going to make it spicy and really good. So go ahead, add it all. And now we're going to put it on the stove and we're going to chop up some of our herbs and add them in. 2 different herbs that we're adding into the soup today. We're doing rosemary, which smells so good. And we're going to add in thyme. So we're going to do a teaspoon of each herb.
Yeah, it does.
And thyme and rosemary are really easy to chop up. You don't have to pick them off stem by stem. You just go ahead, bring your finger all the way down.
Oh, that's actually really cool.
See? So everything's in our pot. We got our vegetable broth, we got our tomatoes, our carrots, our onions, our garlic, our herbs, our spices. It's going to be so good. And Nicole's just stirring it up back there. We're going to bring the soup to a boil, and then we're going to reduce the heat and let it simmer for 15 to 20 minutes. So, in the meantime, we're going to clean up and get prepared. So now we're going to use an immersion blender. This is an immersion blender, something to be very careful with. And it's going to help puree our soup and make it nice and thick and creamy. So, you want to stick your immersion blender right into the soup. Start going around in a circle. Alright, well thanks for tuning in to another quick episode here on JeremyCooks.com. This is Nicole Bellucci, and I'm Jeremy Solomon. Keep on cooking.
We cut the legs off of our pants, threw our shoes into the ocean, sit back and wait through the daylight.